Hey guys, welcome back to my craft room and back to day number 4. It is just flying. So if you're new, we are doing Christmas gifts, DIY Christmas gifts. Most of these are pretty inexpensive gifts. Most of them will fit in a stocking, or if you just want to like tie it on to your main gift. This is one of those, of course. And we did, was that? No, it wasn't yesterday. It was the day before we did the stationery kits. This one kind of goes along with it. This is a pencil, well, the Bookmark holds the pencil. So it's technically a pencil holder, but you can use the holder as a bookmark. And it's kind of like, trying to describe it. It's like a little pocket, essentially, that you just put your pencils in, and then you can use the pocket for your bookmark. Because, you know, it's already decorated and cute, so why not use it as a bookmark, right? So, what I'm starting with is an 11.5 by 2 inch piece of paper. I tend to use cream because then I can do whatever I want to decorate it, and I use some funky colors, so it's a little easier to just use the cream and match whatever I want to it. And I use cardstock because I want it to be able to withstand the pencils and also being in a book, or you know, being shuffled in a bag of presents or something. So cardstock is the recommended, and then it's also going to have a little bit more of a I just keep thinking beefed up, like, but sturdy. There you go. I just keep thinking like beef, like. It's going to be a little bit more sturdy once you add your decorations and papers and all that to really make it cute. So, you also will need a 3 by 3 square, and you're going to score that on 1/2 of an inch on either side of your pocket. Oh, the 11.5 by 2, you have to score at 8. So, you saw the long piece, score that at 8, then you're going to take your square, and you're going to score that at 1/2 an inch on each side. And that's going to make your pocket. So if you could, I'm going to show you again, and I'll explain it a little bit better once the next set comes around. But if you're going to mat it perfectly, you're going to want 1 3/4 by 4 3/4, and then 1 3/4 by 2 3/4. Now, I do some strange things with these first ones, which if you couldn't tell, these are going to be Harry Potter themed pencil holders, and they are, this first one I used the house colors, and they look kind of like the scarves, and I just use those strips to create my background paper, which you could just use a background paper and get the same effect. And then also I go through a lot of options because I couldn't decide what I wanted to do, but they end up going with the sorting hat and then the little mail, the little Harry Potter letter. I always do that. I had to take speech when I was a kid, and letter, like L's and R's, were my issue. So having them both together, oh my word. If I'm talking too fast, I definitely am going to screw that word up. And I have a hard time with, you know, saying words anyway. So just talking fast in general really does not help. But anyway, back to our project here. So these first pencil holders are going to be Harry Potter themed. I tried to make them more unisex, and I used the images, which I don't think I've released yet on my Facebook group, but eventually I'll get to it. Someday we'll do it. Normally it takes me like a year to actually release something because I keep thinking I already did it and then I just don't do it. But I also use the little, I want to call it like a crest, but it has all of the house animals on it, like the, was it a mongoose? Is that what? And like the snake and yeah. So I thought that would be really appropriate to go with the sorting hat. I think it would just look really good together because you also have the scarves in the background. So this one's very much the, you know, sorting you into your house bookmark. And then what I did was just poke some holes with my mini hole punch. You can use a normal one. It'll just be a little bit bigger. Use a bigger one, especially if you're going to be using wide-rimmed ribbon. But this time I just used some baker's twine, so the holes were a little bit big, but perfect, you know. So I just wrapped that around a few times to hold those pencils in that I just shoved into that pocket. So the pocket is very nice. The pencils do jiggle around a little bit, so it's nice to have that baker's twine or ribbon or, you know, whatever you want to put on there to make sure that they're a little bit more secure. Okay, so back to the actual formation of the holder. So there I'm scoring at 8, so that's the 11.5 by 2, score at 8, and then you're going to cut your 3 by 3. I'm making extras here. We're doing more than one on this one. And then on the 3 by 3, you're going to score 1/2 on each side to make your pocket. So just your left and right, apparently. I guess that's the easiest way to put it. So then for the mats, you're going to want 1 3/4 by 4 3/4, and then 1 3/4 by 2 3/4. The 1 3/4 by 4 3/4 is going to be your top section, and then the 2 3/4 is going to be your bottom section where your pocket is. So if you wanted to, you can mix and match papers. You could even do washi tape. That would be really cool. But here I am doing princess themed. And I'm doing a Belle, an Ariel, and then a, oh shoot, why did I just blank on the last one? Come on. I bought the pencils at Drugmart. No, why did I just say Drugmart? Oh my gosh. Dollar Tree. And then the Harry Potter ones I got at Walmart. And I'm thinking they couldn't have been too much at Walmart. I think because I put Dollar Tree and Walmart together and I got Drugmart. But here, to make the pocket, you're just going to flip that score line of the 8 inches that you did, and then put the non-scored part of your 3 inches on that, and then you can fold your little flaps in, your 1/2 inch flaps, into your main part. This probably makes no sense. You'll probably be able to figure out from the image there. But basically, you're just going to flip that in, and you're going to create your pocket. The glue stick actually worked really nicely, and it helped because sometimes the hot glue gun wouldn't stick in the right places, or sometimes it would overlap and I would be stuck in certain spots where I shouldn't be stuck, so I couldn't get the pencils in there. So the glue stick worked really nicely. So for the Ariel one, I didn't really have, oh, it's Cinderella. Just remembered because I saw the blue. For the Ariel, I did a fish scale paper, and then for the Cinderella, I just cut down a piece of blue decorative paper that had the little Cinderella that you'll see here in a little bit. It had that on there. It was just a 12 by 12 pack, which also the Belle came from. I didn't have an Ariel image, So I just went with an Arial die cut that somebody had gifted me, and I think that one turned out so cute. And then for the bell, I used the same paper that I cut the strips, the mats out of, and I just cut the bell out. And then here's the Cinderella. I just cut her out of her little circle there. And I just hot glued her on to make sure she was actually stuck and won't go anywhere. And also I did with the little holes again, I used my tiny punch. You could probably even go a little smaller if you are only doing baker's twine. And then I do match the pencils with the character. So Belle has the Belle pencils, Ariel has the Ariel pencils, Cinderella has the Cinderella pencils. I thought that way it would look really nice together and really cute. So I did fight with my mind a little bit on what ribbons I was going to use, because I really did not want to put blue on the bell because it just wouldn't look right. So I went ahead and brought out 2 different ribbons. I brought out gold for Belle, which looks amazing. It looks really good together. And then for the Ariel, I went ahead and used a blue sparkly, which I tried to do a little bit more towards the, like there's 2 different sides. There's the kind of plain blue, and then there's the sparkly blue. And on each, I tried to make them a little bit different, just so it kind of fool them, thinking, oh, that's not actually the same ribbon. I don't think it fools anybody, but you know. But those are my bookmark pencil holders, and I think they turned out so cute. And again, very inexpensive and very cute. Perfect for stockings or adding to your gift right on top. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you're having a crazy day. Good crazy, not bad crazy. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!